Welcome back to Thinkers and Drinkers with Cigars. I'm Rich,
Jason,
and welcome to our new studio. What do you think, buddy?
I like it. You guys did a lot of work while I was gone.
Yeah, you were gone for like a week,
Right?
so we thought we'd renovate.
I mean, it's great. It's great. I love the table.
Mhm.
I love that everybody can see kind of a little bit more what we're telling them about.
Yeah, I love. Yeah, we've got a whole big display now.
You brought Allie down.
Allie came down with us.
Good deal.
And I know you guys can't see it, but just above hers is kind of cool street lamp that we hung. That was a trip.
It was good.
Yeah.
It was good.
6 days.
Yeah. There's one thing I've learned about when I go on vacation is it never seems long enough, but you're always ready to come back home.
I thought after like 3 days, you guys would be texting, we can't wait to come home. But you guys just kept sending photos with big smiles on your faces, sitting at bars that had swings at them.
Yeah.
Which sounds like either nausea or an accident.
Well, I was really disappointed that the swing was kind of locked into place.
Oh, that's
so
a
you
shame.
could only go, a couple feet.
They put a governor on it.
They did, because I can tell you right now, there's somebody there that would have took it all the way back
I'm
and all the way.
sure. So you brought us some great treats.
Yes,
We got this Grand Turk Banana Rum, and these cigars that are straight from the Dominican Republic. The filler, the what do you call it? The middle part.
the filler.
Yeah, the filler. The extra filler
Yes,
are all from Dominican, and the wrappers from Mexico. And they are the PDRs Capa Madura. They are a medium body, semi-sweet, which is the first time I've heard semi-sweet.
right.
And I could taste it. It tastes like the little chocolate chips that you bake with.
I'm very happy with them. There's nothing like going to a place that makes what you like and getting it firsthand from those people. We did have the opportunity to go to one of the factories, but there just wasn't enough time in the day to go.
Oh, that's a shame.
It would have been great. I would have loved that. The driver that we had took us onto parts of the island. It was just a single driver. So we were able to see a little bit more. We weren't in like a bus or in a group or anything, but we went into a lot of parts of their towns and to, these places, the stores that weren't the tourist traps.
That's cool.
Yes.
From what I hear, those when you commission a driver, it is the most scariest drive that people take. That those drivers are nutbags when they are driving down those roads.
I will say this. The gentleman that drove us, I can't remember his name. One of the producers will have to help me with it. Leo Marv. And he did great. Yeah. Those roads over there are so narrow. And stop signs, yes. Stop lights, no.
There weren't any.
There weren't. I didn't, but he did a great job, and I highly recommend it. And I would say, Nikki can probably pass on his business card to you. And I highly recommend this guy. He stayed with us as he took us to the stores to get these cigars. He stayed with us.
That's cool. That's like a local protection kind of feeling, which I appreciate that. That's
and he
good on you, guy.
Yeah, he knew everybody. And that right there is worth $1 million.
Yeah. So okay, back to these cigars. What do you think?
I like it. They're great. I love that they are from the Dominican. I've never had this brand before. I didn't
even heard of this.
We've
brand.
never even heard of
Yeah,
it.
PDR stands for Puros Dominican Republic. They were originally in Cuba, and they were called PDR there, but it was under a different name. And so to disconnect themselves, they changed the acronym. And Puros means pure, so it's Pure Dominican Republic, which is weird because it's got a Mexican wrapper.
Yeah. But no, I think they're great. It's got a good burn to it. A lot of body to it. It's just they're good.
Yeah,
they're good.
I am impressed. They smell incredible, even before you light them. They smell great.
And we did get some complimentary cigars, the vanilla flavored
Oh,
ones.
yeah, you gave us one of those this weekend.
Yeah. Wow.
That
it was really good, and I believe the one producer said that it was one of the best cigars that she's ever had.
and we were sitting a little bit away from her,
Mhm.
and over the cigar smell in a cigar lounge.
Yeah.
Her cigar, you could smell her cigar.
Yes.
And it was a small one. It wasn't anything. It wasn't a Robusto or whatever.
Mhm.
And it was fantastic. You
Yeah.
should have gotten like a whole, dug your hand in there. And grabbed some more of those.
I didn't even think about it, but I wish I would have.
Mm.
I'm just, I am just in awe of going somewhere overseas and getting the product
local.
that they make.
Yeah.
It's so much better.
Every time I travel, I always ask the locals where they eat.
Yes.
Because that's the best food.
Yeah, yeah. You mean you don't want to eat
Go to
at
Senior Frogs? Or
yeah, you don't want to eat at the local commercial Americanized place.
Applebee's.
Yeah,
Oh, riblets.
Yeah. I haven't had riblets in forever.
I don't even know what kind of meat
Is
that is.
still a thing?
I think it's still a thing. They were famous for their riblets.
Kind of like the McRib meat.
Yeah, pretty much. Which is pressed into a rib shape. And
we also
our drink.
Yeah, we got
Cheers,
this.
Buddy.
We got this at the Banana Rum there at the Grand Turk Island.
Mm-hmm.
There's a little story behind that. It's really not made at the Grand Turks.
Yeah, we did a little research, and apparently it's just made for tourists. And what they said was it's for tourists to take home to remember their trip.
Well,
so
I know I could drink that.
Yeah.
There wouldn't be a whole lot of remembering.
Yeah.
There wouldn't be a whole lot of remembering.
And tonight we mix it with some RumChata, the white chocolate. So we're a little white chocolate banana, and this is great.
I think it's great.
This is another good summer drink, nice and refreshing. It is a little thick, so it's more of a dessert drink.
So this is the second bottle that I have bought of this specific product of rum.
A cruise prior to this one?
Yeah, probably 4 or 5 years ago. Nikki and I were over in the Grand Turks, bought some of this. They had samples out. We tried the samples. They had banana, pineapple, coconut. Well, we liked the banana the best. So we bought one bottle, brought it home. My son and some of his friends happened to come home from Air Force that next week. And Nikki and I got up one morning, and I don't know. I mean, everybody who has military kids, how they like to drink. They're out on their own. I got up, and that whole entire bottle was completely gone. In a night.
How many kids?
I think there was 3 or 4 of them there.
That's a lot of banana.
Well, and not only that, but that wasn't the only bottle of alcohol.
Empty alcohol.
Yes. I was greatly disappointed. Not so much that they did that, but I wanted to drink that bottle.
You didn't even get a taste of it.
I did not get a taste of it.
And when you came home, we went over to their house the Sunday after they came home, and we all did a little nip of it. And we're like, okay, I got a great idea for a drink with this.
Yep.
And here we go, RumChata and Grand Turk.
I think probably you put this online on this thing about the RumChata and the banana for people to try it, because I'm telling you, this is great.
Yeah, I'll put the recipe up, which is basically just half and half of this over some ice.
Yep.
Again, it's a very viscous, thick dessert.
Now we have to find something here on American soil.
Yeah. So if you guys have any suggestions,
if anybody out there has been to the Grand Turks, you've got this, and you've went to the store and you've kind of found some of the banana. I don't even know if I've seen banana rum in the store. Everything's
do we even
coconut.
Look for rum,
no, we don't look
for
for
rum.
So, but if you've done that and you can find something close, let us know. I would love to add this to the collection.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Imagine football with this.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Frozen.
a frozen slushy version.
So I will say this: we did in one of our trips through the Dominican, right there. Speaking of frozen, we did stop at a little off one of the roads, little dirt gravel parking lot, little shack hut,
Mm-hmm.
and the girls there, Dominican girls, had cut the pineapples,
Mm-hmm.
and they had rum, and they had I don't know what all was in it. There was alcohol in it, I think. It was a pina colada, basically.
Okay.
And it was all mixed together and then frozen with a frozen banana in it. And I got to say, that was awesome.
The bubble drink.
I am not a fan of the bubble drink. And I will say this Nikki is a tremendous fan of the bubble drink. I thought maybe it was just me, but our friend that was with us, she thought the bubble was cool, but she also wasn't really sold on the drink itself
What
either.
was the flavor of it?
Pure alcohol.
Oh, like, does it look like bubble gum?
Yeah,
because it was like pinkish.
Yeah, I didn't really care for it.
And
Now I do remember I noticed this time they didn't drop the rose petals on it like they did the first time we had it, where they kind of sprinkle the rose petals and it pops the bubble.
It's probably because of rose tariffs.
Inflation. Inflation. But no, it was a good time.
That's cool. That's cool. One thing at this new desk, I am now realizing I don't know what to do with this hand. It just feels awkwardly in place here. It just feels awkward just sitting on the table, so I don't know what to do with it yet.
Hold your drink with it.
Hold my drink.
Hold your drink with it.
Hold my drink.
Hold your drink with it.
That should be a shirt. Another little thing about these cigars before we move on to the cool fun facts that we found about cigars. This company uses a Cuban technique to roll the filler.
Okay.
And it's called entubado.
Okay.
And what they do is roll them into little scrolls instead of just crushing the leaves together. This way they get more tobacco into the cigar, which I thought was kind of cool.
Yeah, I am totally happy with this brand.
Mm-hmm. And it comes in that cool box.
That is an awesome box. Yeah. I had to do a little haggling to get the box, but and some people go, well, it's just a box, but the artwork on
it's beautiful.
You know, it's beautiful, and it's something to remember by.
Yeah,
you know,
you could hang it on the wall.
Yeah, I would probably get shot if I hung it on the wall, but
in the bedroom.
Oh my.
You want some more?
No, I think I'll probably stop right there.
All right, because you downed that like it was a shot.
That's the second one.
Thinkers and drinkers, baby. Yep. All right. Got some fun facts.
Okay.
So, the word stogie comes from the Conestoga wagon drivers who used to smoke long cigars. So they were stogies. And that's where we get that term from. I like in the factories, they have a reader. So while everybody is in that huge factory rolling cigars, there's somebody over a loudspeaker reading them a book. So it helps pass the time.
You know, I would love to have that at work.
Yeah, that's like their own Audible.
I would love to have that.
Mm-hmm. In Cuba, the Cohiba plant, the factory, only the workers know where the plantations are.
I can see that.
So it's a secret. But what I don't get, like, if you're retired, what's stopping you from saying it? Like those FBI agents that retire?
Not non-disclosure agreement?
I guess, yeah. Afraid of the government.
I don't know if you want to let anything get out in Cuba.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. The term "close but no cigar" comes from a carnival where the prizes were cigars. So if you missed on the game, they would say "close but no cigar." So that's where we get that term from.
Okay.
Mark Twain used to smoke 300 cigars a month.
what an amazing man.
Yeah, and he said it helped with his writing.
Mark Twain. Wow, that guy.
Mm-hmm.
And for you young folks out there that don't know who Mark Twain is, he was an author in the 1800s, 1900s.
Early 1900s,
Yeah.
author. Come on, he's got the.
He didn't start out as an author.
He didn't.
He did not.
What did he? Do you know? Did he start out as? As we whisper.
I believe he started out in newspapers.
Ah, okay, that makes sense.
Yep.
Same with Ernest Hemingway. So, Christopher Columbus went to Cuba. He discovered cigars and, the East.
Mm-hmm.
He thought they were fantastic, so he brought them back home, and then all of home thought they were fantastic. So it opened up a trade route for cigars. That was one of the cash crops for Cuba back then, was exporting cigars out back to Europe.
One of the good things that Christopher Columbus said.
We
won't get into the whole
outside of the malaria
history of Christopher Columbus. I mean, our generation, 1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue. Yeah, we'll pass on the rest of it.
Yeah, he did that. You've been watching something about Empress Catherine the Great, and it's weird that this topic came up as you were watching this one. She used to smoke cigars, but she didn't like the smell on her fingers, so invented the band. And it's the paper band that we now have on cigars, so she didn't have the smell on her fingers.
Okay. I don't know how well that works. I can still smell it.
Yeah.
Not only that, but I always have a tendency to take the band off right away.
Yeah. Yeah, when it gets down to a certain point, I usually take it off.
Yep. Also, while we were on the cruise, we did a little bit of a Scotch tasting thing. We have some Scotch in our collection, 2 or 3 bottles. I think everybody refers to Macallan as the whiskey Scotch.
Yeah.
We had 5 bottles of Johnny Walker.
Okay.
The red, the black, the blue, the gold, and then what Johnny Walker has is kind of a blackberry mixer. It's a mixer Scotch.
Okay.
Honestly, out of all of those, that was the only one I liked.
That's strange. That was Johnny Walker, and we like the Macallan.
Yes.
Okay. So you didn't like any, like the red label? Did they have the blue label, which is and that one you didn't? That's interesting.
Right.
So you got the cordial Scotch.
Yes. Yep. We did find some really good deals on the Buffalo Trace that we brought back,
which I'll put a picture up on how many bottles he brought home for us.
Yeah. So for everybody that is looking for the Buffalo Trace bottles, if you can't find them, it's because Carnival has them all.
The whole stock.
They have all of them. Trust me. And they are selling them at a ridiculously low price.
So get your cruise tickets so you can get your Buffalo Trace. What was your favorite moment on the cruise?
I gotta say dinner.
Dinner. Did you do the captain's?
We didn't do the captain's. We did the I think it's called Anytime Dining, and Nikki's friend that came with us from Columbus brought her 3 daughters, and I think everybody knows me and teenagers don't always exactly get along, but these 3 girls were great.
That's good.
They entertained my stupid teenager stuff, jokes that I made with them.
So much South Park.
I think,
so much South Park humor.
And I did introduce them to the movie Fridays.
Oh.
They had never heard of Friday. They did not. So if you out there have never watched Friday, next Friday, and the Friday after next Friday, I encourage you to watch it.
It is a great trilogy.
Yes. So they were like, "What's that?" And I'm like,
One of the best movies ever.
One of the best movies ever. And they found it hard to believe that I had a TikTok thingamabob, whatever that is that we have that our producer, and YouTube and stuff. They were like, "Yeah, what?"
They were impressed that the old man had a TikTok account.
I don't know if impressed is the right word, but they were just perplexed.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we are influencers. Huh?
I'm a bad influencer. But I think dinner was my favorite part. I love sitting down, as like family, during dinner, and the shows and the service that you get.
It was a sit down service, not go up to the.
No. This was a sit down service where you sit down and they bring you out the meals, as proper meals, the bread, the start, the drinks, the appetizers, the main course, the dessert.
You get the fun little bowl of seasoned oil. Dip your bread in.
I had a funny story. We did get the bread. There was some of that on the table. I don't know if that was what it was put there for, but I did use it as that.
The dipping.
Yes.
So what would have been there for?
I have no idea.
It's not to wash your fingers.
No.
Because that's oily and seasoned.
But no, that was a good part of it. Just sitting down for dinners like that anymore is rare. So
yeah, because usually on a cruise you go to
the buffet,
the buffet or the tray line, I guess, where you walk your tray and you're like, I want that.
Yeah. Now we did do that for breakfast. Sometimes, for lunch we did it a couple of times. Mostly we ate at Guy's Burgers for lunch. They're really good hamburgers. There's so much seasoning in them, I think.
Yeah.
But it's not too bad.
I did notice you didn't get your hair braided off the dock.
No, and there was that opportunity there, but I did not get it.
I was expecting you to come home with 6 braids. And they're like, it's beads.
If that was able to be done now, I would take it.
Once again, everybody, don't forget to look down, hit that subscribe button, hit that little bell button on the other side so you get notifications when all our new content comes out. And you ready to wrap this one up?
I think so.
All right.
Cheers, everybody. And as always, don't stand too long below the coconut tree.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.